Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Prez Grits Presents, and today we are trying to fix a leaky toilet. So this is going to be a how-to video. This is going to be my first how-to video. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to have a little fun. You know, I'm gonna see if I can't make this work. I mean, I've not fixed a leaky toilet, but this is my toilet in my bathroom, and it's been leaking for a while, and I've had it fixed once before, paid a bunch of money for it. And you know, I don't know, I guess I just have a lot of faith in myself. So I've decided that I can fix this myself. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen, right? It's not like I'm gonna flood the house or anything, right? Fingers crossed. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. So I hope I can be seen in this video. I think I'm kind of facing it pretty well. But we're gonna be using the universal toilet fill flapper. And this is supposed to be universal, so it's supposed to be easy to install, all right? So I'm basically just gonna follow the instructions and just kind of go over what the instructions kind of tell me to do here. You know, I've got my little workspace cleaned up over there, and so we're just gonna kind of follow the instructions and and hope this goes well. I only gave it a little quick open just to kind of see what's in here. We've got some standard parts. I was reading the instructions a minute ago before I decided to really even go ahead and start. And then I was like, you know, this might be fun to do on video, or it might be funny, or it might be a complete disaster. Who knows? But here we are, and we're just giving it a shot. So, hey, what's the worst thing that could happen, right? I mean, worst comes to worst, I'll just have to call a plumber. So we've got the instructions here, and they look pretty basic. It says the tools that I need are going to be scissors and a sponge. And in the parts kit, I'm going to have the fill valve, the flapper, the shank washer, the lock nut, the refill tube, and the refill clip. So those are going to be all of the parts that are in my little kit, that were my kit that I showed here. In my nice little kit here. Hopefully this all can be seen. So we've got all these nice little instructions here. All right, so in the very beginning of the instruction says, remove the tank lid, use a pencil to mark the water level of the tank, then follow steps A through E. Steps A through E being turn off the water supply clockwise, flush the toilet, remove excess water from the tank with a sponge, remove the water supply coupling nut, remove lock nut from under the tank, remove fill valve from the tank, unhook the flapper chain from the tank, and remove the flapper from the overflow pipe on the flush valve. So that's all in the preparation stage. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do all of those preparation parts. Turn off the water supply clockwise. Water supply turned off. Remove, flush the toilet and remove excess water with a sponge. Flushy, flushy. Let's remove this excess water. Do I have plumber's crack going on? I feel like I do. So remove the excess water with a sponge. Now I'm going to remove water supply coupling nut and remove the lock nut from under the tank. Water supply coupling nut removed. Oh, this is exciting. And then lock nut. I gotta remove the lock nut now. Oh, I see it. Water supply coupling nut. Remove lock nut. Remove the lock nut. Got my lock nut removed. Water supply coupling removed. Now I'm going to take this. Oh, okay, see, that seemed easy. You know, I'm not like, oh, you gonna. My friends are so dumb. They're all. So like, my friends are so dumb. They're all like, oh, you can't do this because you got to take the whole tank off and blah 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 blah. I'm like, you do not have to take the whole tank off. That's insane. That's not how any of this works. I don't believe them. I just be doing my own thing. And that's what I'm saying. Just do your own thing. Besides, make your own mistakes in life and that's how you learn stuff, right? That's what I'm saying. So, now I remove fill valve from tank, which I did that. Fill valve removed. Unhook flapper chain from tank lever. Remove flapper from overflow pipe on the flush valve. Flapper from overflow pipe on the flush valve removed. All right, preparation stage is complete. So now we're on to step 2, preparing the fill valve for installation. So the fill valve has some assembly parts. So let's talk about what those parts are. So the fill valve has assembly parts. It has a refill clip, a refill tube, a shank washer, a lock nut, and a thread shank. Not to be confused with Shawshank, I guess. You know, this might not be the time for me to make jokes. Maybe I should be paying attention to what I'm doing so I don't screw my own self up here. Okay. So it looks like this is the shank washer and the shank thread. So this is just an all-in-one piece that I don't have to actually, looks like, assemble or deal with in any kind of specific, separate kind of way. So that's good. All-in-one pieces, we like that. And I like that anyway. All right, so in this bag here, it looks like I have my refill clip, which is this black piece. It also looks like I have my, another shank washer, and a lock nut. Okay, okay. Interesting. All right. Shank washer, lock nut. All right, well, it's saying for me to place this shank washer, onto the threaded shank of fill valve, flat side up. So, looks like they want me to shaboogie this thing on here. Position fill valve in tank, but do not fully install yet. Top of fill valve must set 3 inches above the overflow pipe. This will automatically place critical level mark above the top of the overflow pipe. So these are good instructions, it sounds like. So, okay. Had to read this one a little bit slow here to make sure I got it. Position fill valve in tank, but do not fully install yet. Top of the fill valve must be set 3 inches above the flow pipe. This will automatically place the critical level mark above the top of the overflow pipe. Remove the fill valve from the tank to adjust the height. Adjust the height of the fill valve by holding the lower shank with your right hand and the top of the valve with the left hand. Twist the lower shank counterclockwise to increase the height. The critical level mark identified by the CL on the valve must be positioned 1 inch above the top of the overflow pipe. This is a requirement of the Universal Plumbing Code. Alright, so let's see if there's a CL mark on here somewhere. Okay. So on here, there is a critical level, a CL mark right there. So it's telling us that this mark has to be, let's see, must be positioned 1 inch above the top of the overflow pipe. So this must be positioned 1 inch above the top of the overflow pipe. So I'm gonna work on getting that set, and once I get that all together, I'll bring you up in for a close-up. Take a look. Okay. So I got it to try to get a good look at that as possible. Inside the toilet's reverse. So you can see that the top of that white tube is below that line. So hopefully that'll be good. I turn on some lights. I don't know, lighting is gonna help. Okie doke, something happened with the video. I hope it didn't just stop, but that just kind of seems to be what happened. Maybe it just kind of like ended, and maybe when the flash went off I totally noticed, and I hope that's the case, and we're continuing on. I hope that's the case. All right, I just needed to take a quick moment to do a quick cut in because I accidentally cut out just a little bit of the video. So I think that the part that I cut out and the part I wanted to add to was I wanted to mention that when you're adjusting the height of the actual fill valve, which this is the fill valve part, when you're adjusting the height, you're doing a twist. You're twisting it on, twisting it off. And that's what adjusts the height here. Yeah, here we go. This is how you make your adjustment, and you adjust it up, or you can adjust it back down to make it taller or shorter. So that's what you really need to make sure that you're in line with the CL fill line valve there. And I think the only thing that else was that I just kind of read through a little bit of the instructions about installing the fill valve and how to tighten it down. I think that's basically where I left off. So having that said, we're just gonna jump right back into the video. Anyways, so hopefully this is just a continuation, and so we're just gonna keep right on going. This is good to know though, if I gotta like watch how long I can be on my phone. So I'm gonna take this, I'm just gonna start screwing in my my fill valve. Get that nice and tightened in now that I've got I believe I've got all these parts nice and square. So now I've got that nice and tightened. That was it's pretty easy, just screwing it right in. I'm gonna take this refill tube and attach it from the nipple to the refill clip. So let's go on a little trip and we'll. Okay. So here's my nice little tube here, and I'm going to attach it from here and slide it down into this little tube here. So I'm gonna just set you down. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. Or yeah, I can't really. Can I hold it with one hand and do this? I don't know. This is like how to. First of all, I need a how-to on how to film stuff and do stuff at the same time, because I kind of don't really know how to as far as that's. Oh wow. Well, I sort of did it. Man, I'm so capable. I love me. Okay. Pearly white on the outside, gross looking on the inside. Okay, anyways, let's, so now we've got, oh, hey, hi, how you doing there? Hey. So now we have our, fill valve basically fully installed. We've got the refill tube attached. So I did attach one of the refill tube to the refill. Oh, wait, the refill clip. I forgot the refill clip. So the refill clip is supposed to go onto the overflow pipe. So I skipped a step. I'm supposed to connect this to this. And then connect to the refill pipe. So let me correct that. Okay, that seems a little buggy to me. I don't really love that. Let me just show you what it is. I don't love it. Look, it's kind of sitting above the line of the. I don't know. I don't love that. I don't know. It's weird. But I'm following the instructions, and I did not engineer this, so who am I to sit here and be all like, oh, it's not going to work? Am I a plumber? No, I'm a YouTuber. So yeah, let's just keep going. Because like I said, what's the worst thing that could happen? I have to call the plumber? Okay. La-di-da, all of that's done. Now we're going to install the new flapper. We're going to put the flapper on this seat and push down on the flapper clips at the horizontal posts of the overflow pipe. We're going to attach the chain clip to the tank lever directly above the flapper. We're going to leave a 1/2 inch of slack in the Is that what we're going to do? Okay, so we're going to pretend to know what a 1/2 inch of slack is, and we're going to leave that in the chain. We're going to attach the water supply connector. Okay, so this should be pretty easy and self-explanatory. I feel like this should not be any big deal. Got the chain. A nice little flapper chain here. I really gotta stop looking at that light. Oh my gosh, it's blinding the heck out of me. So I guess the flapper chain goes in there. I'm gonna connect these sides, click it all together. Hopefully this will work out. Oh, okay. So I see what they're kind of saying with the 1/2 inch of slack, because there's different like places you could clip the thing to, I guess, giving you different amounts of slack. Interesting. I don't think I've noticed that before. I still don't know what a 1/2 inch of slack is though, so it's not like that's doing me a whole lot of good right now. But whatever. We'll just wing it and hope for the best. All right, so I'm going to inspect the water supply connector. I don't know what I'm inspecting it for. It doesn't really say. It just says inspect it. My goodness, stop looking at the lights, boy. I seriously can't read any of this. It's just like a bunch of white dots right now. Okay, inspect water supply connector. Replace it if it's worn or over 5 years old to prevent flooding. I think it's fine because it looked pretty good when I was disconnecting a while back. So I'm going to say it's good. I'm going to attach the water supply coupling nut to the fill valve. I'm going to turn the coupling nut clockwise by hand until tight. I'm not going to over tighten the nut as it could damage the fill valve or coupling nut, resulting in flooding and property damage. Fluidmaster click seal connector is recommended. A perfect seal every time without over tightening. Okay, and then we're going to turn on the water. Okay, that feels good. Okay, and it says to turn on the water, so we're just gonna give this all a go. I didn't mean to scream a little bit. I got a little nervous. Okay, let's just take a look and see what's happening. So it's filling up with water so far. So the problem with it before was that after it would fill up, it would just start leaking and leaking and leaking. So we're gonna let this fill up. we're gonna let this fill up, and hopefully everything's gonna work out. There is another couple of steps. The next step says, with the water turned on, set the float cup to a desired level by turning the water level adjustment screw. When adjusting float clip, flush tank first. Then make the water adjustment while tank is filling. To adjust the water tank, turn the adjustment screw clockwise to raise the water level, or counterclockwise to lower the water level. Once adjust. Okay, I had to stop talking abruptly because my tank just filled up, and right now it would be running, just incessantly running. And I hear no running. I am so excited right now. Give it a nice little flush here. Oh. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm feeling super duper proud of myself right now. This seemed very successful. I don't even feel like I need to make any adjustments to it. It seems just fine to me. I didn't hear any running. I have solved my own plumbing problem. Nothing appears to be leaking. I didn't make a mess. I just followed the directions. It was pretty easy. Everything seems to be fine right now. I'm feeling super duper good about myself. So I'm gonna wrap this up because I'm happy with the results. This is totally, it stopped flushing, there's no running. It would just constantly be running. I freaking fixed my toilet. Yay me. Yay you could do it too. This is Prez Grits, seeing you later in the next video. Nice to see you later.